Can you name 2 cities in Africa?
Cities? Oh, cities. I'm so Americanized. I'm black. I'm not African for real. I'm black.
What's popping? Welcome again to my YouTube channel. I am the Kenyan Beast or the African Beast. They call me now. They have baptized me. Now in today's video, I'm gonna talk about this of a younger generation, or the Black Americans, you know, and the recent generation. They go to the United States of Africa, or they go to the West countries, and when they are there, they pretend like they don't know Africa anymore. They pretend like they don't know any African cities, on African languages or African cultures. They went there and fused themselves with the white man's culture, and they forgot our culture. Now there is this video. It's Black Americans. Black Americans were asked. It's a video question, street question, and they were asking them, name for me any city in Africa, and they were like, no, I don't know any city in Africa. And these are Black Americans. Now let's see this video first.
Hey, can you name one city in Africa?
No.
One city in Africa.
Oh, I know, Nigeria.
Zimbabwe? That's a
American
country.
Nigeria.
That's also a country. Can you name one city in Africa?
Africa City.
Wakanda. Can you name a city in Africa? Name one city in Africa. Uganda. It's a country.
Cape Town.
Nice job. Have a good one.
Now, in this situation, some people will think that's just entertainment, but deep down, it means a lot to me as someone who trying to push the African agenda, someone who trying to push the African way thing, you know. And in this video, there's a white who was able to name a city in Africa. He said Cape Town, and which I saw Black Americans here in this video. They don't know any city in Africa. So can you tell me, if they don't know any city in Africa, will they know any culture of Africans? They are Black Americans. I understand that maybe some of them, they were born in America, but white people are learning about Africa. Why? White people, they want to know more the history about Africa because they want to know how to conquer us. But the Black people, they are running away from Africa. They don't want to learn anything about Africa, and they are going to the white people, the white nation. They learn the culture of the white nation. So when the white people come to Africa and invading Africa, we will not have any people to defend us because the one who's supposed to defend us, they don't know about our culture. It's so funny. What do you say about this video, my brother?
One thing. If there are many kinds of people, and there are people who are born in the US.
Okay.
There are people who are born out of Africa. They were born in that land that are actually it's not their land. You see, maybe their parents went there, and as they have been there, like they have grown there, they've learned that culture, they've been, and sometimes we may be in one way or the other blame the parents because they were not able to take that responsibility of actually teaching them, or maybe illiterating them to be able to know where they came from. You see, maybe some parents, they have some parents, they are satisfied living outside their motherland. Are you getting that? And that is why sometimes you find out maybe some of them doesn't know anything about Africa or anything about Africans. Because if you ask someone to name a city in Africa, and that person is not able to name a city in Africa, and that person, the Africa is the motherland, then that becomes a problem. Are you getting that?
Yeah.
And maybe I would say it's not good, because it seems like now the whites, they are taking over us. Are you getting that?
Yeah.
They are taking over us, and as time goes, we are running powerless. We are running out of power every day. We are running out of power, because if someone would come out of Africa and go to the white land and stays there and learn that culture, it means now our own people, we are using, they'll be using our own people to take us down. Are you getting that?
Yes.
Let us take, for example, the case of Haiti. the armies have been taken from Kenya. Kenya is an African country. Are you getting that? The Haiti people, they are Africans. Are you getting that? Those people they are using the Africans to fight an African. Are you getting that?
Yeah.
And so that is the thing that is going to happen if we're not going to be very much careful. Because I don't expect an African not to know anything about Africa. Are you getting that? But because we are men, we have mad minds, we have zeroed our minds to think that we cannot do without those people. We can't live without those people. Are you getting that? That is why even our cultures is not doesn't make sense anymore to us. Our culture is not important anymore to us. If you are asked something, like for example, if you're given right now, if you're given a chance to go and live in America, you'd go very fast.
Yeah.
Are you getting that?
Yeah.
But if you're asked to stay here, you won't stay here. Why? Because you think that place is better than this place. Are you getting that? But even Africans, we need to stand up. We need to rise up and show out that we actually can do more than those people think we can do.
Now, do you think the Black Americans, or the Africans Americans who are in America, them pretending that they have forgot about the Africa, do you think it's one of the reasons?
Okay.
Do you think it's one of the reasons that will make the unity of Africa, will delay the unity of Africa?
It's okay. We are actually going to fall. That is one thing I'll tell you, because if I pretend, for example, like right now, someone like me, if I leave Africa today and go live in America today, even if I will live in America for 10 years, you don't tell me after 10 years I will have forgotten the cities in Africa, or I will have forgotten the cultures of Africa. Are you getting that?
But this will
But
say,
if I do that, then that means I don't love Africa. So I'm trying to show people that I have changed I have changed my identity. I'm not an African anymore. I don't know anything about Africa. Like, we think engaging with a white person, or engaging with those countries, or those countries of America there, like, we think engaging with those countries or attaching ourselves to those countries makes us better than other people who live in Africa. Are we getting that?
Yeah.
We tend to show out we don't know. We tend to pretend we don't know. Like, we can't tell. We don't know. You see? Because we think Africa is like, okay, we have zeroed these Africa so much. We can't see our potentials anymore. We don't think we are better than them. If I ask you, say, right now, are you better than African? Than American? Even if you walk in the street and begin asking people, do you think you're better than an American? Do you think you're better than a white person? That person will say, no, American know many things. They have exposed themselves, they know a lot of things, and which is not correct. Are you getting that? But that thing will delay the unity of Africans so much. We are actually going to slow down. If we were to make progress in maybe some 20 years to come, or maybe some 10 years to come, some 30 years to come, 50 years to come, it will delay that thing, because we are not together. Are you getting that? Because we're not together. An African gets to America, he begins living like an American. That person does not know he's an African anymore. Are you getting that?
Yeah.
He doesn't even want to be called an African. He wants to be called a Black American. Are you getting that? Because you think being called an African is like being lowered. Are you getting that? And that is one thing that will really destroy us.
Now, this video, watch the video again.
Yeah.
This video, I just came across it and I decided, let's talk about it. What do you think about, these African Americans or Black Americans?
Yeah.
I understand some of them are being born in Africa, but for you be Black means you're African. But for you to forget your culture is another thing.
Yeah.
Another African people, maybe as someone from here, a Kenyan, going to the United States of America for the greener pasture, which is allowed, it's true, but when you are there, you change, you even change how you sound. You start talking like, you know what? I'm not from I'm from Chicago.
Yeah.
You want to talk with the nose and forget that, when you come back to Kenya, I talk to you with the mother tongue, with the motherland, with the mother language.
see,
Like I'm saying like Jambo, that is Swahili, and you are like, what's that?
You
I don't
see-
know Jambo. Now you are forgetting your culture, and you are giving them a chance, to come inside because they are learning. They are learning. Let me tell you,
I know.
they are learning about our culture.
Yeah, sure.
And so it is so sad that when I see the Black Americans or African Americans or people just going the white country and forgetting or pretending to forget about Africa.
There's one thing I don't understand sometimes. Why should you pretend? Okay, why should you pretend like you don't know your culture, or maybe you don't know?
Because I'm American, man.
No, being like let me ask you something, like a question. Why do we always think Americans or maybe the whites, they are better than us?
Because they're gods.
Yeah.
These people, like,
Because let me tell you, they discovered Africa.
discovering is not an issue. Discovering is not an issue. We are living in Africa.
Sure.
At a place where we have everything. Are you getting that? We are living in Africa at a place where we have everything.
Yeah.
Tell me what here in Africa. Tell me something that is missing here in Africa. Tell me.
What is missing just is unity.
Because
peace.
here in Africa we have everything.
Yeah, sure.
Talking of great things, like we have all assets. We have a lot of things.
Yeah.
Oil is mined here in Africa. Gold is mined here in Africa.
South
A lot
Africa-
of
South
things we
Africa
are
is one
planting.
of the-
You find out
Yeah.
here in Africa we cannot even build our own factories.
Yeah.
To actually manufacture our own things. We plant.
Let me
things
tell you.
and
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Last day, I decided to go through my spoons. Let me bring spoon.
Yeah.
Let me bring spoon. Now, there's one spoon here. Let me show you.
It's very mean. It's very mean. It doesn't make sense at all, and it hurts, and we feel like we feel like we cannot. And you see, that is why we will continue being called Africans. We cannot do anything because we are not together. We don't even like.
Let me tell you something. Last day I was going through my spoons. This one, it is a stainless steel spoon, and it was written made in China.
Made in China.
The spoon is made in China, and let me tell you,
Spoon.
when
Spoon.
yeah.
Made in China.
When I was going through the
yeah.
factories that made spoon, I found a lot of black people, are working on the company of making spoons
in China. Yeah.
And I came to understand why do our black people, why do Africans will move from Africa to go to another land just to make spoons
when they can bring that knowledge here in the country.
No, they have the knowledge, but the government.
Yeah, sure.
Why don't we build our own companies and assign these people and give jobs to these Africans, young people who have knowledge to make these spoons and the spoons to be made here from Africa.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
The leaders of Africa, they have a problem. The leaders of Africa, the presidents, like here in Kenya, we have the presidents, we have governors, we have members of parliament, we have the senators. These people, they have a problem. And one thing that really hurts the most, like these people, they would always want to come back and ask for us to vote for them.
Yeah.
Are you getting that?
Yeah.
But the problems, the predicaments, the things that we are having, like for example, we have bad roads in Kenya. We have our economy in Kenya here is very low.
Yeah.
We have job problems here in Kenya.
Yeah.
A lot of youths are unemployed. Are you getting that? We have youths who have gone to school, they've gone to the universities, they have degrees, some of them have pursued masters, some of them have PhDs, but they do not have work. They have no place they can go to work.
Yeah.
Are you getting that?
Yeah.
We have a lot of things like the prices of items are high. Are you getting that?
Yeah.
And you will find out that right now, when the president is sitting, the sitting president, who is William Ruto right now, the sitting president will lower things when we are near to elections. Are you getting that?
Yeah.
So that he would come with a narrative telling people, you know, I lowered things, so I want you to vote for me. When I come back
did
again,
this and this and that and that.
When I come back again, I will do it more. Are you getting
Yeah,
that?
sure.
The moment he's given a seat, the president goes down underwater. Are you
Yeah,
getting that?
yeah. It's a
Underwater.
system.
And when he has promised us a lot of things, he won't do all those things. Do you know why? Because if he do all those things, for example, a president wanted to be voted for, he was voted for, and the one of the manifestos he came with, it was that he will build roads. Are you getting that? When this president has been voted for, he forgets about what he said. Are you getting that? He will not come to build roads again. But when we near elections, the president will come and try to show people that he's trying to build roads. Are you getting that?
Let me tell you.
Wait, that he's building roads, so that we vote for him once again. So that when he come again, he will finish the work that he started. Are you getting that? But he won't do that work. Do you know why? Because if he build roads, when he comes again next time, he needs to come with something to tell us. So if he builds the road, what will he tell us? Are you getting that? And that is why our youths will go to China. Are you getting that? To go to China, to find jobs to China, to make spoons that will come back to Kenya so that Kenyans would use them, and the spoon it has been written made in China. Are you getting that?
Yeah.
When we have youths in Kenya who can do that work, but because the government does not, it has not been able to provide those jobs, these youths will tend to go to China. To their Kenyan youths, they will go to China, get employed, make spoons. The spoons, Kenyans will also buy them again from China. Are you getting that? The spoons that have been made by the youths from Kenya. Are you getting that?
Yeah.
And that is why Africans, we are going to continue remain where we are if we are not going to wake up. We think the whites, or we think those people are better than us.
Yeah.
A president, Kenyan president, can even call a white person who does not have any rank in the US or maybe in any other country, the white country, to come. Are you getting that? If that person comes and says he wants to meet the president will sit down with that person, a person that doesn't have rank, but he has a white melanin because he's a white. But the president cannot sit with you as a Kenyan. Are you getting that? So we keep on thinking we are low, like we are less fortunate all the times.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Let's leave that discussion. It's a very, very deep discussion.
Yeah.
We'll leave it for another episode.
Yeah.
But for this episode, I'm asking people, like, do you think when Africans go to America, to find something, is accepted, find something, do you think when they pretend to forget about African culture, or when they forget about our African culture, do you think it's going to disable us as Africans? What do you say on these videos? How these Black Americans or Africans, they didn't know anything about Africa at all. They didn't know about the capitals or the cities of Africa. They don't know about Nairobi. They don't know about Ghana. And they don't know about
only a white person
Cairo. They don't know
Cape
about,
Town. A white person, I know Cape Town, but an African doesn't know.
Yeah.
A city, she tells you Uganda.
But we need to wake up as Africans. We
need to wake up.
We are huge. That's why we need.
And
we need Jamaicans, Afro-Caribbeans, Grenadians,
to come back and
because they are too loud.
That is it. And let me tell you something.
Yeah.
And that is why you find out those people they do not entertain nonsense in their country.
Yeah.
If you're not a person into their country, from their country, you cannot come to their country and try to tell them what to do. Okay, they follow their principles. They have got principles. That is one very important thing. Even in your house, as a father or as a mother or as parents, when you have principles, children are always in line. Are you getting that?
Sure.
But because we lack principles, that is why the white men would always come and rule over us. They would always come and make bad use of us. And let me tell you something before we finish.
Because all of us want to be whites.
Exactly.
So if all of us want to be like white, that's meaning that we are leaving our cultures. We are leaving our Africa for them.
Yeah.
Because we want to live like them.
And
they don't want to live like us. They don't want to live like us.
Yes, exactly.
We are the one who want to live like them.
Exactly.
Yeah. When you see the white seer in Africa pretending to live like us, it's because they have seen something.
That is it.
Because I understand they want to grab something. I don't trust them. I like them, but I don't trust them.
Wait,
because-
if they have everything,
Yeah.
why should they come back to Africa?
Yeah.
No, they have everything, okay? They have everything. They call themselves the superpowers. Why should they come back to Africa?
For gold.
Why is someone talking about, South Africa
For oil.
was unwhite?
Yeah.
Those are the things. And let me tell you something. I want to talk about these people, the Africans who are in the US and they pretend not to know anything about Africa. Let me tell you something. When we were growing up, our parents used to tell us, your home is your home. Like home is home. Even if in your home you don't have a car, neighbors have a car, they have a big house, they have luxurious things, and in your home you don't have anything. I have never seen a child who has ever run away from his or her home, even if they are down, to go to another home because that home is better than their home. Are you getting that?
Yeah.
You can never leave your parent to another parent. Children's, we are supposed to live like children's. A child will forever nurture her mother or her father. Are you getting that?
Yeah.
Even if you come with a sweet and try to give that child a sweet so that he comes to you, he will come, get a sweet, and go back to the parent. Are you getting that?
Yeah.
Because if you tell me, like for example, this thing has happened to Africa even in our local languages. When we break down to our local languages, for example, a Luya comes to Nairobi, stays in Nairobi for a little while, and that person, when you try to speak to that person Luya language, this person pretends he doesn't know the language.
Yeah.
Are we getting that?
Yeah.
It has happened, and it starts slowly like that, and when that person now gets out of Kenya to another country like America or maybe Russia or maybe England, do you want to tell me that person will come back and no, he wants to be seen he is an American, or maybe he has nurtured the culture of an American because they think America or Russia or England or Europe is better than Africa.
Yes.
Are you getting that? Which is very
wrong. Let's end here.
That's it.
By saying this: East or West,
home
is the best.
Always.
But there is these people, these our brothers. They're using this as East or West, food is the best. So whenever you find food, you think you are satisfied. That's wrong.
Yeah.
Even if you go to the white man land for food, to look for food and greener pastures, always remember, come back home.
Come back home.
Let not food distract you.
Yes.
Let not food make you lose your home.
Exactly. Africa can be a better place if we decide to make it a better place. Realize your potentials. See your capabilities. But if you keep on staying blind on the things you can do, if you don't change your mind to realize if you don't make your mind start realizing that we have the best things in Africa, that we can be the best people in Africa, that the whites can actually come to us and seek like they come to us and seek for guidance from us, you will never be there. But if you keep on thinking whites are better than you, they will be better than you. By thinking you're better than them, you'll begin realizing your potentials and realizing what you have here in Africa that can help you and can make you a better person. So realize yourself. That is the first thing. Change your mind and begin thinking higher. Think outside the box. We can make Africa a better place. People from US can come also and look for jobs here in Africa, only if we realize
our
who we
potential.
are. Yeah.
I am the Kenyan Beast, of course. We are doing it the African way. Until next time, peace, love, and unity. Africa strong.